Welcome, dear listener, to another journey into being truly well-informed. Today, we're embarking on a deep dive into a topic that, well, according to its proponents, promises to literally change your entire life, no matter your current circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
We've been handed a stack of fascinating sources, primarily revolving around Rhonda Byrne's influential book, The Magic, and also his predecessor, The Secret,
Yeah,
which really laid the groundwork for these ideas.
indeed. And these aren't just, self-help books in the typical sense. They present a whole philosophy, really, and a very practical 28-day program.
Right.
And it's designed to help individuals harness what they describe as this hidden universal power.
Okay.
So our mission today is to unpack this profound knowledge, explore the core principles, and sort of reveal how what might seem like a pretty straightforward concept could hold the key to a transformative existence.
Sounds fascinating.
Yeah, and you'll discover how a single, often overlooked word found in ancient texts can open up a completely new way of perceiving and interacting with the world, and why various forms of ancient wisdom and, interestingly, certain interpretations of modern science are said to align on its power.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Let's start at the very beginning of the journey laid out in these sources.
Mm-hmm.
Our exploration kicks off with a bit of a riddle, actually.
Yeah.
It's a passage from the Gospel of Matthew that has, well, historically mystified and, frankly, confused readers for centuries. It states, "Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has, will be taken from him."
Right.
Now, when you first hear that, it sounds remarkably unfair, doesn't it?
It really does. It kind of evokes images of the rich getting richer and the poor losing even the little they possess.
Exactly. It seems to fly in the face of so many spiritual and ethical teachings about compassion, equity, fairness,
Yeah.
you know.
Absolutely. It leaves many wondering how such a statement could be considered wise or just.
So what's the secret here?
Well, what's truly fascinating here, as revealed by the author Rhonda Byrne, is that this passage, when you supposedly interpret it correctly, isn't actually about material wealth in the conventional sense,
Okay.
nor is it some kind of judgment of worth. Byrne posits that the answer to this ancient mystery, the real key to unlocking its profound meaning, lies in one single hidden word.
One word.
One word. Gratitude. She calls this a piece of life-changing knowledge that she claims has been obscured within sacred texts for over 2 millennia, puzzling nearly everyone who encountered it.
Wow.
But as the book asserts, once you solve this riddle, once you insert that one crucial word, a completely new world of understanding is said to appear right before your eyes.
So if we take that interpretive leap, the one offered by the sources, and understand the passage through this lens, it becomes something totally different.
Exactly. What does it become?
It transforms into whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has, will be taken from him or her.
See, that is a radical shift in perspective.
It really is. It turns what seems like a harsh, almost inequitable judgment into a clear, universal principle about how our internal state, specifically our level of gratitude, interacts with the world and what we receive from it.
Mm-hmm. It's presented as this revelation that makes a cryptic text not just clearer, but, as the book suggests, unlocks this profound potential for personal transformation.
Which naturally raises an important question for any well-informed listener.
Yeah.
Why? Why would such a fundamental truth be hidden or, misunderstood for so long?
That's a great question. And the sources suggest this principle isn't exclusive to Christian teachings at all.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the Quran, for instance, echoes a very similar promise. It states, "If you are grateful, I will give you more, but if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe."
So the same core idea appears elsewhere.
Precisely. The repetition of this theme across disparate spiritual traditions, separated by culture and time, is presented by Byrne as evidence that this points to something truly universal.
Transcending any single religion or belief system.
Exactly. It suggests this principle of gratitude isn't just a moral virtue, but maybe a fundamental law applicable to everyone, everywhere, regardless of their background or faith.
Not about divine favor, but more like a mechanism.
Yeah, as the books argue, it's about an underlying mechanism of the universe itself.
Okay, here's where the perspective offered by these sources takes a particularly compelling turn, I think. This deep dive asserts that gratitude doesn't just operate on a personal or spiritual level.
Right.
It functions through a universal law, described as being as fundamental and undeniable as, say, the law of gravity.
That's a bold claim.
It is, and this concept is intimately tied into what the sources call the law of attraction.
Ah, the law of attraction. We hear a lot about that.
We do. And according to this material, it governs all energy in the universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets. It's presented not just as a poetic idea, but as this undeniable, ever-present force actively shaping our reality.
Okay, so if we connect this to the bigger picture, the law of attraction is explicitly stated as the principle that like attracts like.
Like attracts like. Simple enough.
Well, within the philosophy presented by these sources, this isn't just a metaphor. It's posited as almost a scientific principle. The core idea is that our thoughts and feelings aren't just abstract internal processes.
Or what?
Tangible.
They're described as tangible forms of energy, each emitting a distinct vibrational frequency.
Okay, frequency, like radio waves.
Sort of.
Yep.
And the law of attraction, therefore, operates on these frequencies, actively drawing parallel experiences, circumstances, people into our lives. The books even elaborate, suggesting this law extends down to the cellular level, holding together cells, and even the substance of material objects.
Wow, so it's everywhere, woven into everything.
That's the idea. It's presented as a fundamental constant, responding to the frequencies we emit.
So let's make this practical. If you constantly find yourself focusing on thoughts like, I don't have enough money, or maybe my job is awful.
You're not just having a bad day.
Right. According to these sources, you're actually putting out a specific frequency, a negative one,
And the law of attraction is said to respond to that exact frequency.
by drawing more of those negative or undesirable experiences towards you. Like you're broadcasting this lack signal, and the universe is just saying, okay, more lack coming right up.
Precisely. Conversely, if you can genuinely cultivate and sincerely feel grateful for aspects of your life, maybe for your current job, even with its flaws, or for your supportive family.
Then the law of attraction is described as magnetizing more of those positive things into your experience,
Your gratitude becomes the magnetic force.
consistently drawing abundance and positive circumstances to you. It's like the universe in this framework is always saying yes to whatever you're predominantly focusing on and feeling.
Yeah, and this foundational concept is also strikingly reflected in, well, ancient wisdom and tons of common sayings that have permeated cultures for millennia.
Like what?
Phrases like whatever goes around comes around, or you reap what you sow, even the simpler, you get what you give.
Okay, I know those.
According to the sources, these aren't just quaint moral idioms. They're describing the same underlying universal law.
Really?
Yeah, the authors even connect it to Sir Isaac Newton's third law of motion. Every action always has an opposite and equal reaction.
How does that fit with gratitude?
They apply this principle by stating that the action of giving thanks causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And critically, the amount received is said to be equal to the gratitude given.
So the more thankful you are, the more you get back.
Essentially, yes.
Oh, yeah.
The very act of expressing heartfelt gratitude is presented as setting off this precise energetic reaction of receiving. The more sincerely and deeply grateful you feel, the more gratitude you actively give out.
And consequently, the more you're positioned to receive in return.
It's depicted as a precise, almost mathematical principle of the universe responding directly to our internal state.
Okay, that's the theory. But the author, Rhonda Byrne, she shares her own story, right? Which kind of brings these concepts to life.
She does, and it's quite compelling. It highlights the profound shift she apparently experienced.
She admits that just 6 years before her, let's call it revelation, she would have considered herself a grateful person, you know, in the normal way.
Saying thank you for gifts or favors, that sort of thing.
Exactly. But in truth, she says she wasn't living with what these sources define as genuine gratitude. She didn't really know what truly being grateful meant at that deeper, consistent level.
Right, those occasional thank yous just weren't enough, apparently, to make a significant difference in the trajectory of her life.
So what was her life like before?
Well, her life before embracing this philosophy of gratitude was, as she describes it, pretty challenging. That might be an understatement.
How so?
She found herself in escalating debt, which inexplicably just kept increasing every month, even though she was working hard.
That sounds incredibly stressful.
Absolutely. A continuous draining undercurrent of stress. Her relationships were difficult. She recalls them swinging from just okay to outright disastrous, often because she felt she never had enough time or, emotional energy for anyone.
And her health.
Well, while she might have been considered healthy by external standards, she felt profoundly exhausted at the end of each day. She got sick a lot, colds, various illnesses.
It's worn down.
Exactly. She experienced only fleeting moments of happiness, which were quickly overshadowed by the reality of having to work even harder just to pay for those brief pleasures. She describes living in this constant state of just surviving.
Wow. From day to day and from paycheck to paycheck, as she puts it.
Yeah, with one problem seemingly just following another. This was her deeply challenging reality when she wasn't living with conscious, consistent gratitude.
And then came her profound discovery, as detailed in the books.
The turning point.
She began to deliberately and consistently practice gratitude daily, integrating it into her life. And as she recounts, her entire life underwent what she calls this profound, almost magical transformation.
What changed specifically?
Well, she became debt-free for the first time in her adult life. And shortly after, she describes having all the money she needed to do whatever she wanted without financial worry.
That's a huge shift.
Massive. Her pervasive problems in relationships, work, and health, the things that had previously defined her existence, she says they simply disappeared.
Disappeared.
That's how she describes it. Instead of facing daily obstacles and struggles, she says her days became filled with one good thing after another. Her health and energy levels increased dramatically, making her feel better than she had in her 20s.
That's amazing.
Her relationships deepened, becoming far more meaningful, more joyful. And she felt happier than she had ever thought possible. Her personal account really underscores the core idea presented, that gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed.
And this powerful personal account serves as, well, a testament to the principles outlined in the magic. It demonstrates, according to the authors, that anyone, regardless of their current circumstances,
No matter how dire they might seem.
exactly, anyone can actively use this power of gratitude to change their entire life.
And the book includes other examples too, right?
Oh yeah, it's replete with various anecdotal examples, stories of what are described as health miracles, deeply troubled marriages being saved and revitalized, individuals moving from profound poverty to unexpected prosperity.
So it's presented as working even in the worst imaginable situations.
That's the claim. The material further highlights that if you are not actively grateful, you are, in essence, stopping the natural flow of desirable things into your life.
Things like better health, more fulfilling relationships, deeper joy, greater financial abundance.
All of it. When we take things for granted, the book argues, we are, without realizing it, effectively taking from ourselves. And the law of attraction, as the book explains, responds by potentially taking more from us.
Mirroring the warnings found in those ancient texts we talked about.
Exactly. It ties back.
So for listeners intrigued by Rhonda Byrne's story, the obvious next question is, how? How exactly do we tap into this potential? What's the practical method?
Right, the how-to. According to these sources, it all boils down to two incredible simple words.
Which are?
Thank you.
That's it, thank you.
That's presented as the core. The books refer to them as the magic words, emphasizing their incredible importance as, quote, the bridge from where you are now to the life of your dreams.
So it's the most direct, potent expression of gratitude.
And the book lays out what it calls the magic formula. It's got 3 remarkably straightforward steps designed to harness this power effectively.
Okay, what are they?
First, it emphasizes that you must deliberately think and say thank you. This isn't about a casual, automatic utterance, you know?
Not just going through the motions.
Right, it's an intentional, conscious act of acknowledgement. Second, the formula explains that the more you deliberately think and say thank you, the more gratitude you will genuinely feel.
Ah, so the action leads to the feeling.
Exactly. It highlights this crucial feedback loop. Conscious action deepens the emotional experience. And third, the ultimate outcome. The more gratitude you deliberately think and feel, the more abundance you are said to receive.
Completing the cycle of creation. Internal state influencing external manifestation.
You got it. That's the formula in a nutshell.
What's absolutely central to this formula, though, as the sources repeatedly underscore, is the feeling behind the words. That seems key.
It's paramount. The ultimate aim is to feel gratitude as intensely and as frequently as you possibly can.
Why the feeling?
Because, as the book puts it, it's the force of your feeling that accelerates the magic in your life.
The force of the feeling.
Yeah. The truer and deeper the emotion, the more profound and rapid the transformation in your life is said to be, often in ways that are dramatically positive and perhaps even unimaginable beforehand.
So there's a direct correlation claimed here.
Absolutely explicit. If you practice gratitude a little, your life will change a little. But if you immerse yourself in it, Practicing it extensively every single day, your life is claimed to change dramatically.
Increase the feeling, increase the results.
That's the principle presented. Increase your genuine feeling of gratitude, and the results you experience in your life will expand to be equal to that feeling. It's depicted as a direct, energetic principle.
Okay, so how do you cultivate that feeling consistently, especially over time?
Well, that's where the structure comes in. To guide this transformation, the magic is specifically designed as an incredible 28-day journey,
28 days.
dedicated to the practical application of this knowledge. The practices are laid out consecutively, building upon one another.
Why 28 days?
The explicit aim is to make gratitude an ingrained habit, and, more profoundly, to actually rewire your brain, thereby implanting gratitude deep within your subconscious mind.
So it becomes automatic.
That's the goal. This concentrated, sustained effort over consecutive days is presented as a guaranteed method to bring about profound changes quickly. It's about elevating gratitude from just a fleeting thought or an occasional courtesy.
To something fundamental, an unwavering part of your very being.
Exactly, allowing you to continually attract and create the life you genuinely desire.
Now, before embarking on this 28-day journey, the sources emphasize a critical preparatory step. What's that?
You must get clear about what you really want.
Get clear.
The
Go.
book recommends making detailed lists of your dreams and aspirations across every conceivable area of your life.
Like what areas?
Your health, your career, financial situation, relationships, personal desires, even material possessions. You're encouraged to be as specific as you possibly can.
So not just more money, but
Right, maybe the precise salary you desire, or the exact characteristics of your ideal partner, or the intricate details of your dream home, maybe even room by room. Meticulously map it out.
that sounds like a lot of detail.
It is. But the crucial instruction here is to focus solely on listing what you want, without getting bogged down in figuring out how you're going to get it.
Leave the how aside.
Exactly. The how, the books assert, will be magically orchestrated for you once gratitude is put into action. Your job is just the what.
Okay, so you have your list of desires.
Yeah.
Then what? Let's get into the daily practices.
All right, let's take a closer look into some of these daily practices that form the backbone of this transformational journey, starting with day one. These practices, when followed diligently, are said to systematically shift your frequency and attract your desires.
Day one is aptly named Count Your Blessings. Sounds simple enough.
It's presented as the foundational practice, a daily ritual to really set the tone. Each morning, you're instructed to list 10 blessings in your life.
10 things you're grateful for.
But the critical element isn't just naming them. You need to write why you're grateful for each one.
The why is important.
Very. Then you to reread this list, either mentally or aloud, and after each blessing, say the magic words. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And really try to feel it.
Feel as much genuine gratitude as possible. This isn't meant to be a superficial exercise. It's about emotional immersion. The book encourages you to look closely at every aspect of your life.
Reminding yourself you've received so much each day.
From basic comforts, your home, family, work, to the profound, often overlooked gifts like the sun, clean water, the air you breathe.
You can even be grateful for your senses.
Absolutely. Your eyes that see, ears that hear, mouth that tastes, nose that smells, skin that feels, all gifts.
And the sources strongly emphasize that this practice leads to an expansion of whatever you focus your gratitude on.
That's the core idea. For instance, being truly grateful for even a little bit of money is said to make it expand or magically grow.
And for relationships.
Similarly, gratitude for an imperfect relationship will, according to the book, cause it to get better, to improve. This consistent daily habit of count your blessings is presented as so powerful that it will magically turn your whole life around.
Just that one practice.
Well, the more intently you think about why you're grateful, the more deeply you cultivate that feeling, and the faster your life is claimed to transform. This is a practice you're meant to continue, adding 10 new blessings to your list every single day.
So it becomes a cornerstone.
Exactly, beyond the 28 days.
Okay, what about day two? It introduces something called the Magic Rock.
Ah, yes, the magic rock. This is a remarkably simple yet tangible practice designed to cement gratitude as a daily bookend.
A bookend.
Meaning you start and end your day with it. Before you go to bed each night, you're instructed to hold a physical magic rock.
What kind of rock?
Any smooth, small stone will do. Nothing special necessarily, just something that feels good in your hand. While holding it, you recall the best thing that happened to you that day.
Just one thing.
Yeah.
The best thing.
The single best thing. And with a sincere heart, you say thank you for it. It's presented as incredibly easy, yet profoundly effective.
Closing out the day on a positive note.
Precisely. This simple ritual serves a powerful purpose. It ensures you begin and end each day steeped in gratitude, thereby intensifying the magnetic force of your appreciation throughout your entire experience.
How does searching for the best thing help?
Well, by actively searching for the single best thing that happened, you're actually performing a mental review of many good things that occurred, which strengthens your overall gratitude muscle.
Ah, okay. So it primes you to notice the good.
Exactly. This continuous state of conscious appreciation, starting and ending your day, is then described as actively magnetizing everything you want and need into your life. The sources suggest that together, Count Your Blessings and The Magic Rock are so potent, they alone could significantly change your life over a few months.
But the full 28D program aims to accelerate that dramatically.
That's the idea, yes.
All right, day 3 shifts focus to magical relationships. This feels crucial, as our relationships impact everything.
Absolutely. Family, friends, partners, colleagues, they profoundly impact every dimension of our lives. The sources highlight that it's through our contact and experiences with others that life gains much of its joy, meaning, and purpose.
Makes sense. So how does gratitude apply here?
Well, what's particularly compelling in this deep dive is the assertion that what was once perhaps ancient wisdom is now being, according to the authors, confirmed by modern science.
Oh, what research?
The book references research suggesting a powerful dynamic. For every one complaint or criticism about another person, whether you say it aloud or just think it,
Okay.
there must be a minimum of 10 blessings, 10 expressions of gratitude for that relationship to not just survive, but to truly flourish.
10 to 1. That's a high ratio.
It is. The sources claim that falling short of this ratio, having fewer than 10 blessings for every complaint, inevitably causes the relationship to deteriorate, often leading to deep unhappiness, and in many cases, even divorce.
Wow. So complaining is really destructive.
Very. In contrast, gratitude, when consciously applied, is said to foster patience, understanding, compassion, kindness, to such an extent that you'll be unable to see the things you used to complain about.
Because your focus is captivated by the good qualities instead.
Exactly. The books emphasize the potent power of our words and thoughts, warning that complaining about someone not only harms the relationship, but actively harms your life by attracting more negativity to you personally.
So what's the practice for day 3?
The practical application involves choosing 3 close relationships that are most important to you.
Could be anyone close.
Spouse, child, parent, friend, coworker, yes. You're then asked to find a photo of each person. With each photo in hand, you list 5 specific things you're most grateful for about that person, addressing them by name.
Like writing it down.
Yes. For instance, thank you, John, for always making me laugh, or thank you, Mom, for your endless support. Then you carry these photos with you throughout the day.
Keep them handy.
Yes, looking at them frequently and mentally thanking the person by name, consciously keeping that gratitude active and present in your thoughts.
Day 4 brings us to magical health. Health is definitely something easily taken for granted.
Undeniably one of the most precious things in life, yet, as you say, so often overlooked until it's diminished or lost. There's that Italian proverb, "He who enjoys good health is rich, though he knows it not."
That resonates deeply within the context of these sources, highlighting how often we overlook this profound gift.
And the books stress that health isn't a static state, it's a gift you are continually receiving.
So to keep receiving more.
You must actively cultivate gratitude for what you have. This re-emphasizes that Matthew passage again. Whoever has gratitude for health will be given more. Whoever does not have gratitude for health, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her.
It's presented as vital for maintaining and improving well-being.
Regardless of whether you already follow a healthy lifestyle, yes. The premise here is that when you're sincerely grateful for your health, you not only help maintain your current state, but you actively set in motion the law of attraction to increase its flow and vitality.
And the book suggests tangible improvements can happen.
Relatively quickly, yes. It mentions little aches and pains, moles, scars, or marks will start to magically disappear. Furthermore, your energy, vitality, overall happiness are said to increase markedly.
And later practices even suggest improvements to senses.
Yes, later practices suggest consistent gratitude can improve eyesight, hearing, and the function of all your bodily senses.
So what's the specific practice for day 4?
It guides you to mentally give thanks for specific body parts and their incredible functions. Your legs and feet for transport, arms and hands as tools, your senses, your brain processing millions of messages, your trillions of cells.
And organs, especially the heart.
Exactly. You're instructed to close your eyes, mentally repeat an italicized line of gratitude for each part provided in the book, and make a conscious effort to feel as grateful as you possibly can.
Again, the feeling is key.
The deeper and more genuine the feeling, the faster and more profound the results you are expected to see.
And there's a tangible reminder component too.
Yes. You're asked to write, "The gift of health is keeping me alive," on a card. Carry it with you or place it somewhere highly visible.
Like on the bathroom mirror or desk.
Perfect. At least 4 times during the day, you're to read these words slowly, really making an effort to feel profound gratitude for the continuous gift of life and health. The authors even propose that if gratitude were consistently used alongside conventional medical treatment,
We'd see a health revolution.
that's the idea, leading to health miracles like never before seen because the internal state would align powerfully with the healing process.
Okay, moving on to day 7. This one tackles the magical way out of negativity. How does gratitude help with problems?
Well, this practice addresses the pervasive issue of problems in life. The sources assert that negative situations, whether it's a relationship in turmoil, persistent financial pressure, recurring health issues,
They ultimately result from a lack of gratitude.
a prolonged and ingrained lack of gratitude, yes. When we consistently take things for granted or fail to acknowledge the good, we are, in effect, stopping the flow of positive experiences and preventing the law of attraction from working in our favor.
So if you're frequently complaining or just harboring negative thoughts, you're actively pushing your dream life further away.
Exactly. The law of attraction, as described, simply amplifies whatever you focus on, so it will inevitably bring you more things to complain about.
But here's the powerful psychological trick, right? The sources say it's impossible to feel negative when you're feeling grateful.
It's presented as energetically incompatible. You can't genuinely feel anger or frustration while simultaneously experiencing deep, sincere gratitude, like trying to be angry and happy at the exact same moment.
So what's the practice for day 7? How do you use gratitude in a negative situation?
Okay, the practice instructs you to take one specific problem or negative situation that is currently challenging you
Just one.
and consciously find 10 things to be grateful for within that very situation.
10 things.
Right.
Even if it seems awful.
Yes, however difficult or unappealing it may initially seem. This seemingly counterintuitive approach is said to be inspired partly by the Glad game from the classic movie Pollyanna.
Finding something to be glad about in any situation.
Exactly. And also by the wisdom of Buddha, who famously encouraged finding thanks even in difficulty. The ultimate goal here is to actively shift your focus away from dwelling on problems.
Towards actively seeking solutions and acknowledging any hidden blessings, however small.
Right. This radical shift in focus is what is claimed to change the energetic signal you're sending out, thereby causing the negative situation itself to magically disappear or transform.
Can you give an example?
Sure, for someone unemployed, maybe gratitude for more family time, a simpler life forced upon them, or valuable experience gained from past jobs. For a troubled parent-child relationship, maybe gratitude for the parent's past hard work, support during a specific time, or even the challenging lessons learned through their difficulties.
Finding the silver lining, essentially, but with real feeling.
And actively listing 10 specific things forces that search.
There's also a challenge for this day, right? About negativity.
Yes, a crucial complementary challenge. Commit to going 24 hours without saying anything negative.
That sounds hard.
It can be. The books emphasize the power of our spoken words. If you do catch yourself slipping and saying something negative, you're immediately instructed to deploy a magic lifeline.
What's the lifeline?
Follow the negative statement instantly with, "But I have to say that I'm really grateful for," and finish the sentence with anything positive that comes to mind.
Immediately counteract it.
Exactly. This rigorous practice is all about becoming acutely aware of the power of our words and thoughts, and consciously choosing to direct them towards positive expression.
Okay, let's jump ahead to day 13. Make all your wishes come true. This sounds exciting.
It does. And this day marks a significant shift in focus towards actively manifesting our most cherished dreams. It emphasizes the crucial step of cultivating gratitude for what you desire before you actually receive it.
Grateful before you have it. That feels counterintuitive again. How does that work?
Well, the sources present this as a foundational principle, not just a nice idea. The concept, as the books explain, is deeply rooted in ancient cultures and various forms of prayer throughout history.
Like what?
Many traditions, from ancient Egyptian celebrations marking the Nile's flood for a good harvest, to Native American rain dances performed before the rain came.
They involved giving thanks for desires before they physically manifested.
Exactly. The underlying belief presented is that this act of pre-gratitude is what engages the universal laws. The Holy Scriptures are also cited with that promise. Whoever has gratitude now will be given more in the future. This implies having gratitude right now for the future outcome.
So gratitude isn't just a response after something good happens.
The sources contend it's something you must actively cultivate and embody before you can receive your desires.
How does feeling grateful in advance help manifest things?
This approach is said to immediately form a vivid mental image in your mind that you already possess what you wish for. And critically, you feel the emotions as though you already have it.
The feeling again.
Always the feeling. This, the book argues, fulfills your essential part of the universal law, aligning your energetic frequency with your desire.
So what's the practice for day 13?
You take your top 10 desires, those detailed lists you created earlier, and you write them down as if they have already been received.
In the past tense.
Or present tense of naming it. For example, instead of writing, I want high marks, you would write, thank you, thank you, thank you for the high marks in my exam results, which got me into the exact college I wanted.
Very specific and affirmative.
Then you spend dedicated time visualizing the emotions you would feel, the joy, excitement, relief, who you would tell first, the very first great thing you would do upon receiving your desire.
Really immersing yourself in the reality of having it.
Saturating your desires with gratitude's powerful, transformative energy.
And for visual people, there's the magic board.
Yes. The sources suggest taking this practice a step further by creating a magic board. You collect pictures that vividly represent your top 10 desires, paste them onto a board.
Like a vision board.
Exactly, but with a crucial addition. Prominently place the words, thank you, thank you, thank you, in big, bold letters at the very top.
Why the thank you on the board?
This visual tool acts as a continuous, energetic magnet, constantly reminding you of your desires and, more importantly, keeping you in a state of gratitude for their impending manifestation, thereby continuously drawing them into your life.
Day 19 introduces magic footsteps, inspired by Albert Einstein. That's intriguing.
It is. Einstein himself reportedly practiced gratitude every single day. He famously stated that his inner and outer life depended on the labors of other people, living and dead, and that he felt he must exert himself to give back in the same measure.
His life, a testament to profound breakthroughs, is presented as an example of what consistent gratitude can unlock.
Precisely. And this practice is about following in his footsteps to help bring success and positive shifts into your own life.
How do you do magic footsteps?
The instruction is simple. Take approximately 100 magic footsteps, which, typically takes around 90 seconds.
Just walking normally.
Yes. And with each step you take, you mentally say the magic words. Thank you.
Thank you, with every step.
The point isn't about counting precisely, but about generating this continuous, consistent stream of gratitude as you move through your day.
Where can you do this?
Anywhere. Walking around your home, heading out to get coffee, strolling to a meeting, even moving through a busy airport. The key is the conscious intention behind each step.
And what's the effect supposed to be?
The true beauty of this practice, as described, is its ability to instantly shift your internal state. If you happen to be feeling down or overwhelmed, engaging in magic footsteps is said to lift your spirits and elevate your mood.
And if you're already feeling good?
It will lift you even higher, intensifying your positive state. It's presented as this subtle but profound way to integrate gratitude directly into your physical movements.
Saturate your presence and your journey through the world with positive energy.
Exactly. The implication, drawing from Einstein's example, is that doing this consistently every day can unlock untold success and well-being.
Day 23 delves into the magical air that you breathe. This feels fundamental. Gratitude for air.
It does seem almost strange at first, doesn't it? This practice asks us to consider one of the most fundamental aspects of our existence, something so utterly ubiquitous and essential that it's almost universally taken for granted.
The very air we breathe.
But the sources explain that, as Rhonda Brunn's own life transformed with gratitude, Things she once took for granted gradually revealed themselves as profound miracles.
How does air become a miracle?
This practice explicitly connects to scientific and philosophical observations. Think about Isaac Newton contemplating Earth's perfect distance from the sun.
Right. Not too close, not too far.
The continuous replenishment of oxygen by trees and oceans. The precise, almost knife-edge balance of thousands of interconnected parameters that make life on this planet possible.
It's incredibly complex when you think about it.
Exactly. When you pause to realize that these intricate, perfectly balanced systems are not, as the book asserts, accidental, but rather perfectly designed and balanced to sustain us.
You can't help but feel an overwhelming sense of gratitude for life itself.
The air you breathe, in this context, isn't just a biological necessity. It's presented as a breathtaking, meticulously calibrated gift.
So what's in practice? Just breathe and say thanks?
Pretty much, but with intention. You take 5 deliberate breaths, not just once, but 5 different times throughout your day.
5 times 5 breaths.
Yes. With each breath, you're encouraged to consciously feel the air moving inside your body, the sensation of it entering, filling your lungs, the simple joy of breathing it out. After each set of 5 breaths, you say, with as much genuine feeling as you can muster, "Thank you for the magical air that I breathe."
And doing this makes you a true alchemist.
The text profoundly notes that reaching this depth of gratitude for something so fundamental, yet so easily overlooked, makes one a true alchemist, capable of effortlessly turning every part of their life into gold. It's about recognizing the magic in the seemingly mundane.
Okay, let's tie these practices back to the broader framework mentioned earlier, the one from The Secret.
Right. At its absolute core, the message of The Secret is simple. The secret is the law of attraction.
That's the big reveal.
That's presented as the underlying principle, explaining the mechanics of our reality, according to these sources.
And this means, as the books state, everything that's coming into your life, you are attracting into your life.
And how are you attracting it?
By virtue of the images you're holding in your mind, your dominant thoughts.
Exactly. And this principle is presented as having been known by great minds throughout history.
Philosophers like Plato, scientific giants like Einstein.
Various religions, ancient civilizations, the sources even cite the Babylonians.
What about the Babylonians?
They became one of the wealthiest races in history, and the book attributes this to their understanding and application of this principle, whether consciously or unconsciously, just by holding dominant thoughts of abundance and wealth.
And it suggested this is why a small percentage of the population earns most of the money.
The author suggests that's precisely why. 1% of the population earns around 96% of all the money that's being earned, because they supposedly grasp the secret.
They consistently maintain thoughts of abundance and wealth.
And actively prevent contradictory or negative thoughts from taking root. This is presented as the law of attraction in continuous action, demonstrating that your dominant thoughts and feelings are relentlessly shaping your reality.
The books really drive home the idea that you are the most powerful magnet in the universe. That's quite a statement.
It's not meant as a metaphor. It's presented as a statement about your energetic reality. Your thoughts are described as intrinsically magnetic, each possessing a specific frequency.
The frequency again.
As you engage in thought, these thoughts are said to be actively sent out into the universe, and they, in turn, attract like things that are on the same frequency. It's an energetic broadcast, a constant sending and receiving of signals.
So the core tenet is, if you can see it in your mind, you're going to hold it in your hand.
That's the promise. The sources use a powerful analogy. Imagine yourself as a human transmission tower.
Broadcasting signals.
Your thoughts, conscious or subconscious, create a frequency. And this frequency continuously broadcasts pictures of your life into the universe.
And these pictures aren't just mental images.
No, they are presented as the actual experiences and circumstances that manifest in your physical reality. Therefore, to fundamentally change your life, the instruction is clear.
Change the channel and change the frequency by changing your thoughts.
It's an ongoing, dynamic creation process. Something is always manifesting out of your thoughts, whether you're aware of it or not.
But if it's truly that simple, if our thoughts are these powerful magnets, why isn't everyone living the life of their absolute dreams? Why isn't every desire effortlessly manifesting?
Yes. Here's where the common problem, as identified by the sources, lies.
What is it?
Most people are thinking about what they don't want, and they're wondering why it shows up over and over again. That's the subtle trap.
Thinking about what you don't want.
The law of attraction, as explained, is entirely impersonal. It doesn't discern between what you perceive as good or bad thoughts.
It just responds.
It simply responds to the energetic frequency of whatever you actively focus on. So if you're looking at a mountain of debt, for instance, and feeling terrible, angry, desperate about it,
That intense negative emotion and focus is the signal you're sending out.
and according to the law, you will receive more circumstances that align with that feeling. It's described as a natural law, like gravity. It just responds to your dominant thoughts and feelings, whatever they are, without judgment.
And this impersonality leads to what the authors call the don't want epidemic.
Exactly. The law of attraction, crucially, does not process negative modifiers. Words like don't, not, or no.
It ignores the not.
So if you think or say, I don't want to be late, the universe or the law hears the core focus. I want to be late, and attracts circumstances that align with lateness.
Wow. So you have to focus on what you do want.
Your thoughts, with their underlying feelings, become things, and the universe is merely reflecting precisely what you're focusing your energetic attention on, stripped of any negative.
Is there an example of this in the books?
Yes, a powerful anecdote about a student named Robert vividly illustrates this. Throughout his entire life, Robert was plagued by constant harassment, bullying, negativity, largely because he was gay.
So he's focusing on what he didn't want.
Intensely. The harassment, the heckling, the abuse, the fear. When he learned about the law of attraction and consciously shifted his focus from what he didn't want to what he did want,
Which was?
peace, acceptance, joy, success in his stand-up comedy. His entire life completely transformed, according to the story.
How so?
His thoughts changed his frequency, and the pictures of his life began to change dramatically. The people who had been harassing him either left his environment or just stopped their negative behavior. He began to genuinely love his job, and his stand-up comedy routines, which had previously struggled, started receiving consistent standing ovations.
That's incredible.
This anecdote powerfully demonstrates the book's assertion that there's no such thing as a truly hopeless situation. Every single circumstance of your life can change, supposedly, simply by consciously choosing and directing your thoughts.
Okay, so we have gratitude and the law of attraction based on thoughts and feelings. But Rhonda Byrne's subsequent book, The Power, introduces another element, right? Love.
Yes, it goes even further, stating quite plainly, love is the positive force of life. Love is the cause of everything positive and good.
So perfect health, incredible relationships, dream careers, happiness, money.
All of these outcomes, the book claims, stem directly from this one singular power, the power of love.
How is love defined here? It's more than just emotion.
Much more. It's presented as far more than just a fleeting emotion or a romantic feeling. It's described as an invisible yet absolutely indisputable force.
Like gravity or electromagnetism.
Exactly like those. A fundamental force without which, the books argue, life itself simply wouldn't exist.
And it's the cause of human creation.
Every single invention, every groundbreaking discovery, every magnificent human creation is attributed to the love in a human heart.
Exactly.
From the inventive spirit of the Wright brothers, to the meticulous designs of architects, the skilled hands of builders, the compassionate work of doctors, the inspiring creations of artists, all are said to be moved and fueled by this pervasive force of love for what they do or create.
So love isn't weak or soft in this context.
Quite the opposite. It's described as the most powerful, yet often the most unknown energy in the world, capable of creating, amplifying, and transforming anything negative in your life into something positive.
This understanding then means we have a choice.
Constantly, in every single moment, you choose to consciously love and thereby harness this immense positive force, or you choose not to.
And when good things happen, we've used love.
The books posit that every time you experience something good or positive, you have, consciously or unconsciously, engaged and utilized the power of love. Conversely, every time something not good happens, it's attributed to a lack of love, either in your own thoughts or maybe in the environment.
Love is the fulfilling of the law, the book says.
And by consistently thinking and talking about what you love, you actively attract those desired things into your life, effectively breaking free from the cage of negativity and limitation.
So the key distinction is focusing on what you love versus what you don't.
Exactly. People who experience truly great lives, the book claims, consistently think and talk more about what they love, and in doing so, they are said to gain unlimited access to all the good that life has to offer.
Okay, so bringing this all together, gratitude, the law of attraction, love. What's the ultimate message here?
Ultimately, the entire scope of this deep dive emphasizes a singular, overarching message: that gratitude is the cure.
The cure for.
For broken relationships, for lack of health or money, for unhappiness. The sources assert that consistent, heartfelt gratitude actively eliminates debilitating emotions, fear, worry, grief, depression.
And brings forth the positive instead.
Happiness, clarity, patience, kindness, compassion, understanding, and an enduring peace of mind. It's framed as the ultimate answer to life's problems and the most potent key to realizing one's dreams.
And the more grateful you are.
The closer your energetic relationship becomes with the universe itself, leading to what is described as unlimited abundance across all aspects of your life.
It's presented as the magical tool to construct an incredible life. I like the analogy of adding more floors to the building of your life until you touch the stars.
It's a powerful image, and the authors remind us that the magic never ends. Consistent, continuous practice of gratitude ensures sustained abundance and positive manifestations.
Transforming unwanted situations like a puff of smoke.
That's the claim. The 28-day practices and the philosophy they embody are meticulously designed to seamlessly integrate gratitude into every facet of daily life.
So you can saturate the magic of gratitude into your passions, encounters, actions, and life situations.
It's not just a temporary program. It's offered as a comprehensive blueprint for an ongoing lifestyle, a whole new way of being.
But what about when challenges inevitably arise? Life isn't always smooth sailing, even with gratitude.
That's a crucial point. The sources provide guidance for exactly that. If you ever find yourself facing a difficult or challenging situation,
Instead of succumbing to worry or fear,
which would only attract more of the same, according to the principles.
you're encouraged to immediately turn to gratitude.
Yes, turn to gratitude for everything else that is good and abundant in your life. Focus on what is working, what you do appreciate.
And by consciously shifting your focus in this way,
The circumstances surrounding that particular challenge are said to magically change, often dissolving or resolving in unexpected ways. It's about understanding that by shifting your internal focus to what's good, you shift the energy around the problem.
that makes sense within this framework.
And the core message, encapsulating the universal choice inherent in this philosophy, is powerfully reiterated from the Quran.
The one you mentioned earlier.
Yes, we showed him, i.e. man, the way. Whether he be grateful or ungrateful rests on his will.
It really underscores that the power of gratitude and the choice to embrace it ultimately resides within each individual. It all comes down to a choice, doesn't it? Every single moment.
It absolutely does.
So what does this all mean for you, our dedicated listener? You now possess, well, a detailed blueprint for cultivating a life of unprecedented transformation and abundance, at least as presented by these influential sources.
Yeah, the journey of integrating deep gratitude into your daily life, paired with a conscious understanding of the law of attraction, it offers a path to becoming what the authors call a true alchemist.
Capable of turning every single part of your life into gold.
And the true source of this transformative power, remember, isn't external. It is inside your heart, and it is ready and waiting for you to bring forth the magic.
We've really explored today how deeply personal a choice gratitude is, and the profound, far-reaching impact it is claimed to have, from improving individual relationships and financial situations to reshaping your health and even your profound appreciation for the very air we breathe.
So consider this as you go forth. If your thoughts truly become things, as these sources posit, and if gratitude is indeed the most direct and potent way to focus those thoughts positively, what magnificent future are you ready to gratefully manifest, starting today?
What specific area of your life will you choose to transform first? Maybe simply by embracing those two powerful words, thank you.
It's a powerful starting point.
The magic, as these books promise, never ends, and neither does your potential for a truly wondrous life.